Welcome to the Tutor to You Sociology topic video on beliefs in society. In this video we're going to look at sects and the People's Temple. The People's Temple, founded by Jim Jones, serves as a significant case study in sociology, showcasing the structure and dynamics of religious sects, as well as the dangers of charismatic authority. Established in the 1950s, the temple gained notoriety for the tragic events at Jonestown, Guyana in 1978, where more than 900 members died in a mass murder-suicide. In this video we're going to examine the temple's features, timeline and classification as a religious sect. Jim Jones established the People's Temple in Indianapolis in 1955, presenting it as a church devoted to social equality and racial integration. He attracted a following through his charismatic sermons which combined Christian teachings with socialist ideals. Followers believed Jones possessed healing powers and saw him as a prophetic figure. The temple appealed to people of diverse backgrounds, including African Americans, young idealists, and others disillusioned with mainstream society. Jones's persuasive preaching, coupled with his claimed healing abilities, made him central to the temple, and followers viewed him as the only path to salvation, which solidified his influence. Jones warned of an imminent apocalypse, fostering loyalty through a sense of urgency. He asserted that only the People's Temple could provide refuge from such a disaster, reinforcing members' dependence upon him. Members adopted communal lifestyles, especially in Jonestown, which allowed Jones to control their environment and movements more easily. Though initially Christian, Jones's ideology blended Christian beliefs with socialism as a form of religious syncretism. This apostolic socialism supported his message that the People's Temple offered a unique and exclusive path to salvation. Jones maintained strict control through tactics like public confessions, psychological manipulation, and physical punishment. Members were encouraged to report one another's disobedience, fostering an atmosphere of mistrust and fear. Followers were also expected to give up personal assets and work for the temple without pay, which deepened their dependency on the community and was a form of economic exploitation. And Jones depicted outsiders as threats to their mission, creating an insular community where dissent or escape became almost impossible. This us and them mentality allowed Jones to control those in the People's Temple. The People's Temple developed over several phases, ultimately leading to its tragic end. In 1955, Jim Jones established the People's Temple in Indianapolis, Indiana, promising a community devoted to racial equality and social justice. Initially, the temple had a humanitarian focus, helping the poor and marginalized. Concerned about racial tensions and nuclear threats, Jones moved the temple to Redwood Valley, California in 1965. Here, the temple grew as Jones attracted people disillusioned with society, expanding to major cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles. In the early 1970s, the temple's membership surged, reaching around 5,000. In California, Jones gained political influence, particularly in San Francisco, where he cultivated relationships with politicians. The temple became known for its social service work, though rumors of mistreatment also circulated. In 1974, under increasing media scrutiny and pressure from defectors, Jones purchased land in Guyana, establishing an agricultural settlement called Jonestown. He promoted it as a socialist paradise, free from US oppression, where followers could live out their ideals. After an expose in New West magazine in 1977 revealed abuse and controlling tactics within the temple, Jones accelerated the move to Jonestown, convincing over 1,000 members to relocate. Living in Jonestown, members worked long hours under difficult conditions, and Jones implemented intense surveillance and discipline. In November 1978, concerns from relatives and former temple members promoted US Congressman Leo Ryan to investigate Jonestown. On the 17th of November, Ryan, journalists, and worried relatives visited Jonestown. Although some members praised the community, others begged for help to leave. When Ryan's group attempted to depart, temple guards attacked them at the airstrip, killing Ryan and 4 others. Following this, Jones ordered his followers to drink cyanide-laced punch in a revolutionary suicide. Over 900 people died, including many children. Sociologically, the People's Temple is classified as a religious sect. Sects are typically religious groups that form in opposition to mainstream religion and often reject societal norms, attracting members who feel disillusioned with conventional institutions. The People's Temple exemplified key characteristics of a sect, including departure from traditional religion. Jones's teaching diverged from mainstream Christianity as he promoted a unique blend of socialism and spirituality. This distinct ideology established the Temple's identity as a group separate from traditional Christianity, a hallmark of sects. Jones exemplified Weber's definition of charismatic authority, gaining followers who viewed him as a prophet and accepting his authority unquestioningly. Members were also expected to sever ties with friends and family outside the temple and devote themselves wholly to the community, which is a characteristic of a sect. In Jonestown, they lived in isolation, creating a closed society with Jones at the centre of power. Sociologists observe that sects often experience cycles of growth, isolation, and eventual decline. The People's Temple followed this trajectory. Initial enthusiasm faded into isolation and authoritarianism in Jonestown, culminating in tragedy. And sects often use apocalyptic warnings to encourage loyalty. Jones emphasized threats of nuclear war and societal collapse, using these fears to keep followers reliant on him. This belief in an impending doomsday intensified members' sense of urgency and commitment. The Jonestown massacre shocked the world and became a defining example of the dangers of charismatic leadership and sect dynamics. Media reports following the massacre highlighted Jones' manipulative practices and the extreme control he exerted over his followers, sparking a wider discussion about cults and authoritarian religious movements. For sociologists, the People's Temple is a case study in understanding sects and the psychological mechanisms that lead to extreme obedience and in some cases collective violence. The tragedy also demonstrates how charismatic leaders can manipulate people by creating fear, isolating followers, and demanding absolute loyalty. The People's Temple serves as a profound example of the complex dynamics that can shape religious sects. It highlights the role of charismatic authority, the potential for coercion, and the risks associated with isolated authoritarian communities. The events at Jonestown remain a cautionary tale, illustrating how vulnerable individuals can be drawn into destructive paths under the influence of powerful, controlling leaders. For sociology students, studying the People's Temple offers insights into sect dynamics and the social and psychological factors that can lead to tragic outcomes. That concludes this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on beliefs in society, looking at sects and the People's Temple. Thanks for watching.